We have been having very cold temperatures in West Virginia, and I figured what better way to spend my time than to tackle my home. In today's video, I am going to be decluttering a few areas of my home and doing some deep cleaning, and I'm going to be sharing a really cool website with you. So a big thank you to Craftsy for sponsoring today's video, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. I also will be decorating just a tiny bit for Valentine's Day, nothing crazy, but I do like to add little touches here and there throughout my home. But before we get started on any of that, I had a ton of clothes that I needed to get put away. So we are going to start on that, and then we will move on to deep cleaning and decluttering my bedroom. This past week in West Virginia, we have been experiencing some very cold temperatures. I know for some of you who live further north than me, you're probably used to that, but we have had single-digit temperatures in the mornings. We even had a -degree morning here, and we are just not really used to that, at least in West Virginia where I live. And not only that, we got some snow, so to make matters worse, we have all been cooped up inside between the temperature and the snow. The kids have been off school. We've been doing virtual learning at home, and it's actually been kind of nice. I've been enjoying it because it keeps them busy throughout the day, but we're still home and not having to do the whole morning rush and get up and it being cold, and it's just been kind of nice to be at home. And since I've been cooped up in the house, I figured I would start tackling my home again. You guys know we are wanting to move in the semi-near future. I am pregnant with baby number 4. If you missed my last video, I did announce that. I am about 16 weeks pregnant now, maybe 17 when you guys are watching this, and we have a weird timeline, so we're looking at staying in our home a little bit longer than we wanted to and then moving after baby is here. So I've just been really wanting to get in my home and kind of get things rolling as far as decluttering and organizing. I'm starting to feel that nesting kick in and doing home projects around the house as well, and I'll get into more about that in just a little bit. And one thing I've been really enjoying while being cooped up inside is taking some classes on a website called Craftsy. So a big thank you to Craftsy for sponsoring today's video. Now, Craftsy is new to me, but if you've never heard of Craftsy before, they are an online community of creative, like-minded makers where members can find endless inspiration, advance in their skills, or discover a new favorite hobby. You can find over 2,000 inspiring classes for makers of all skill levels with step-by-step instruction in more than 20 categories, including knitting, cooking, sewing, painting, and so many more. I have been personally really enjoying classes about baking and cooking. I took a really fun baking class all about how to bake your own bread. I also took a cooking class on some easy one skillet recipes, so I really enjoyed that because that one was mainly dedicated to busy weeknights, which as a mom, you guys know we are busy. Our weeknights typically have sports or some type of activity associated with it, so I really appreciate quick, easy weeknight dinners, so I really enjoyed that class. I know for me, I get into a dinner rut almost weekly. I really despise coming up with new recipe ideas, so it's been fun to get on there and kind of see different recipes and how to make them. I'm definitely a visual learner, so I appreciate being able to watch somebody cook a meal. That way I can kind of replicate that on my own time, and it's just been really fun and helpful to be able to expand my skills as far as baking and cooking. And not only that, I would really love to pick up a new skill. I'm looking forward to dabbling into some of their sewing and knitting classes. I think it would be a good skill to have and something to learn. I know my daughter is always finding little things that I need to stitch up, and I really just don't know how to do that, so it'd be really fun to take a class all about sewing. So I'm definitely looking forward to that in the future. Now, for my subscribers, I do have an awesome offer for you. The first 1,000 of you to click the link in the video description will get a full year of premium membership to Craftsy for only $1.49. That is a huge discount compared to the normal price. at $123. This offer is only valid to new members only, and as a member, you'll have access to Craftsi's live streaming tutorials where expert instructors share their tips, answer questions, and engage with the Craftsy community in real time. And of course, you will have access to all of their different classes in different topics. Now, I've been really enjoying Craftsy. I was really excited to share them with you today. Again, make sure you go check them out down in the description box and get that membership for $1.49. And a big thank you again to Craftsy for sponsoring today's video. So I did declutter my nightstand and it felt so good to get that done. Just one of those areas that you kind of just throw things in there and kind of becomes a collect-all, at least that's true for me. And I've kind of had to hold off on filming a lot in my bedroom because I've been collecting baby stuff, and of course I have all of my like first trimester things, like when I was nauseous and stuff in my nightstand, and I didn't want that to, you know, obviously be obvious to you guys that I was pregnant, because I was trying to keep it a secret until, you know, I was ready to share it. So now that I can kind of get in my room and go through things and you guys know, I don't feel as weird doing that, because like I said, in my closet, for example, I have a ton of baby stuff collecting in there, clothes and like just little things that I've bought. It's crazy that I'll be halfway through this pregnancy already in about a month, and I feel like things are starting to get real. The nesting is starting to hit me. I know it's still early, but I feel like with each baby, it's just gotten earlier and earlier for me, and I'm constantly wanting to get things prepared and cleaned and ready and organized for baby's arrival. Now, I mentioned this in my last video, but we obviously don't have anywhere for baby. We don't have a space for baby. We're just gonna kind of have to make do with what we've got, but typically when I have a baby, they're in my room for about 7 to 8 months anyways. So we're looking at hopefully building this fall. We would really like to put in for a house come September, October, somewhere in there, so that the house would be done kind of around this time next year, probably February, March, and that's about the time that the baby would need its own space. So for the time being, I am going to do like a whole bedside nursery. Tim and I are going to switch sides of the room. We're going to put up a dresser and a chair and a mini crib and still kind of do some nesting. So I'm excited to share all of that content. And my husband's version of nesting is home renovation projects. So we randomly decided to redo our bathroom, and we're not completely redoing it. Like, we're not doing like floors and like tiling the shower or anything crazy like that, but we are just going to update it a little bit. We did start that. We've already painted the bathroom. We went ahead and ordered all of the like fixtures and things like that, light fixtures, faucets. We do plan on doing some kind of peg rail in there. We did have plans to do beadboard in there, but it's just not going to work with the way the bathroom is, but we are going to do that in the kids' bathroom. So we have tons of projects coming up that we are working on randomly now, so I'm excited to share all of that with you. So lots of stuff to come. I'm excited to share all of that with you. We just have so much going on, and it's a little chaotic, but it's been a lot of fun. Sometimes when I am kind of doing these voiceovers, I don't really know what to talk about, even though right now in my life, I feel like we have a lot going on and there are things to talk about, but I feel like I can't talk about them over and over again, if that makes sense. And sometimes I feel like my videos are repetitive as far as content goes. I mean, I am a cleaning channel, so that's kind of the point, right? Is to provide cleaning motivation. But I wanted to ask you guys if there's anything that you're looking for to see from me aside from like decluttering and of course nesting and stuff. I will be doing all of that type of content very soon. I did have a few nesting videos that I put up with Maddie a few years ago that I plan to do that again, and I'm excited to share all of that content with you guys. But as far as like that goes, is there anything else that you're wanting to see from me? I feel like sometimes I forget kind of like what to share. I know that sounds silly, but still trying to keep it strictly cleaning related, because I know that people are here for cleaning motivation and I don't want to like change this channel into like a vlog channel or anything like that. But I have considered kind of bringing my vlog channel back to life. I don't know if some of you guys remember, but I started a vlog channel back when Maddie was a newborn baby. I think my very first video on there was like a hospital pack with me, or like a hospital bag video. It was so long ago, but I've thought about revamping that channel a little bit and maybe posting when I feel like it there. Like, I wouldn't set myself up to where I felt like I needed to post every week, but maybe posted like when I felt like I had the chance to or wanted to share. But I would really love to share, you know, like baby hauls and like pregnancy specific content over there, but more vlog style, and then like an occasional weekly vlog or something like that. So let me know if you guys would be interested in me bringing that back to life. Right now I have like 500 of you over there, which is awesome. I love that, but I wanted to hear from you guys and see if that would be something that you would like to see from me. I wouldn't put it on this channel. I want to keep this strictly cleaning, organizing, decluttering for all of my friends here who enjoy that content, and kind of keep motherhood in it a little bit, but that life, that version of me, more vlog style on a separate channel. So let me know if I should bring that back. I've been thinking about it lately and I think it would be really fun, even if I don't do it forever, like maybe just revive it for a little while. I think it would be a lot of fun. But those of you who don't know what channel I'm talking about, I will leave it linked in the description. I believe it's called Whitney P Vlogs, and it's a picture of me and my husband. I have blonde hair. So if you want to follow me over there, go do that. I have thought about doing this and I probably will. I think it would just be fun, and I know some of you guys would really love to see that, so I'm kind of excited, but we'll see what happens. I think like my first video that I'll probably post over there will be kind of like a baby haul of things that I've gotten so far. I love watching those. I love watching vlogs personally. I know not everybody loves them, but I don't know. I think it would be fun. Let me know what you guys think.
Just waiting for you.
It is a different day now, and I am actually getting back into true crime. I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to listen to an episode of Crime Junkie every single time that I would upload, and I would tell you guys which one I was listening to. This was probably years ago, but I've been kind of getting into podcasts again lately, and reading. I feel like I was on a TV streak for a while, like we were watching a lot of TV, and I go through phases where I'll do a lot of TV, or I'll do a lot of reading, or podcasts or things like that. Podcasts are harder for me because I do have kids, so typically when I listen to podcasts, it's while I'm cleaning, when my husband is home, or while I'm driving, if I have like a longer drive. So I'm listening to Kendall Rae. I love her. I follow her on YouTube too. And I was just listening to her most recent episode. But if you guys have any other true crime podcasts to listen to, like recommendations, let me know. I have listened to Crime Junkie. I feel like I've listened to all of her stuff, and I've listened to the Morbid podcast, although I'm not a huge fan of their banter. I like them and I will listen to them, but I feel like they banter too much in the beginning and I get lost. And by the time they actually start the podcast, we're already 20 minutes in. I don't know if any of you guys have listened to them and like listened to their back and forth banter, but I'm not a big fan of things like that. I like people just to get in and get to the point. You know what I mean? So let me know if you have any recommendations down below. Now, as far as Valentine's Day decorating goes, I don't like to go crazy. I did the mugs in the kitchen, and then I specifically put up these bookshelves in the girls' bedroom makeover just so I could decorate them for holidays. And so we are decorating that for Valentine's Day, and that is going to be it. My son couldn't care less about Valentine's Day. He doesn't love pink and all of that, so he didn't want me to do that in his room. But for the girls, they really loved it. So I was excited to do that for them. And then we are just going to quickly finish cleaning in here. We are going to dust, pretty much do everything in here besides washing the carpets. Now, this is something that I will be doing soon because I feel it in my bones that I need to wash the carpets. It's like really starting to hit me, and just like being in the nesting phase. But I had a Bissell carpet washer. It's green. I don't know if you guys remember, and I really loved it, but the last couple of times I've used it, it is spitting the dirty water back out as you're washing. And so like by the time I finish washing the carpet, the dirty water compartment is empty. And I'm like, that's weird and gross because now all of that dirty water has just been pushed back into the carpet. And I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. I tried troubleshooting it, cleaning it, whatever, and it still did it. So I ordered a new one. I got the Hoover Smart Pet one, I think. And what I like about this one is the canister that the dirty water goes into completely opens up so you can wash it. Because the last one I had didn't do that, and you couldn't actually wash the canister, and it was kind of gross. So I'm excited to try this one. I haven't opened it yet. It's still sitting in a big box down in my hallway. And I really wanted to do that in this video, but it was so cold outside. I felt like the carpets would take forever to dry. So I plan to do that hopefully in my next video or two. We are gonna wash some carpets because they desperately need to be washed, and I'm excited to finally get to do that. we are going to move into my son's room now, kind of do the same routine. His room gets really dusty, and I've talked about this before, but I feel like for whatever reason, his room gets the most dusty out of all of the bedrooms. And I don't really know why. I don't know if it's because he has a lot of black accents in his room that maybe you see it a little bit more than like other bedrooms, but I don't know. I feel like I have to dust his room more often than anyone else. So we're gonna get into that same kind of vibe in here, dusting everything down, wiping everything down, making the beds, vacuuming, and yeah, I'm just getting all that done. But I'm actually going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and being here. I had so much fun, and I can't wait to bring you guys my next video. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I don't know if it'll be a bathroom makeover or just another clean and declutter, so stay tuned. Lots of content to come. Thank you guys again for being here, and don't forget to check out Craftsy down in the description box. You guys will seriously love them. Thanks again, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.